Is social media making it difficult for traditional men to get married?
It sounds like something the red pill community claims. What their excuse is that women get so much attention and validation on social media that their men are just toy things to them, or men are like boy toys to the average woman because she gets so much social media attention. And so when somebody else gives her enough, or she gets tired and bored of you, she'll just move on to somebody else. This is the way the guys in the red pill community think. It's loser think. It's thinking, well, I didn't get chosen because the other guys got money, or it's the social media is the problem. It's the reality is if a woman is attracted to you initially, because attraction is not a choice, you either have through your actions, you're either going to cause her attraction to grow and increase, and then she'll desire you more and want to spend more time with you, or you're going to turn her off and she's going to lose interest and she's going to lose attraction for you and then not want to date you and start jerking you around and testing you more. And that's the reality. A lot of these guys that are complaining about that, they're looking for an excuse outside of themselves, someone or something that they can blame. And it's, that's one of the excuses is that, oh, it's social media. That's the reason I can't find a date. It's social media because women get so much attention, I can't find a date. The reality is 74% of all Americans are either overweight or they're obese. And just being decent, fit, and shape, if you look at videos from like the 80s when I was growing up, everybody was slender. It's like very few overweight or fat people. And now you just walk down to the beach, walk out of the street. It's, most everybody walking around has been totally supersized over the last 30 years. And you have things that are in your personal control. But if you're one of those guys and your experience is that occasionally you meet a girl and you swear she's totally into you at first, but the longer you date, the more time you spend with her, instead of her getting more excited to spend time with you, she becomes less excited. She loses respect for you. She loses interest. Her messages become shorter. She takes longer to reply. When you try to make dates, instead of her saying, my schedule's wide open, then she's telling you how crazy things are at work and how busy her schedule is and how she just can't seem to find time. And that's the experience of a lot of guys that they occasionally meet girls that they know are into them, but something goes wrong, something goes sideways. And that's a big part of what I do when guys are telling me the story of somebody that they were dating or in a relationship with, is that it's an issue of attraction. And most men don't understand how it works, especially a lot of the guys that are in the red pill community. Is there's so much on putting the blame on modern women or society, and a lot of those guys that are doing the teaching are guys that are just a shitty judge of character, and they've gotten burned. They just do tons and tons of videos about single moms and how single moms are awful, and the reality, it's the type of relationship you want. You got to make sure the woman has the same goals and the same values. Being a good family oriented girl is just going to have a few handful of pictures of her or her girlfriends or whatever, versus an ethot, if you will, a girl who's everything on her Instagram is bikini photos, or her in her yoga outfits, spreading her legs, showing off the camel toe. It's just everything is like a thirsty, sexy type of picture that is the woman is inviting sexual attention from all kinds of men. When you see that, unless she's a professional model and that's what she does, if you're looking for a family-oriented girl and her Instagram looks like a stripper's Instagram would look like, or an OnlyFans girl would look like, and then you date her and you try to have a normal relationship, and yet she's constantly inviting attention from other men. Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious that the values of the woman that you're dating do not line up with your own personal values. But all of us, men and women, we choose people and we make our decisions in life based upon our emotions, and then we use logic and reason to justify those decisions. And first and foremost is typically family-oriented girls. They don't post very much on social media. People that are on social media all the time, women are on social media always talking about their relationships and how awesome their husbands or their boyfriends or their girlfriends or whatever happen to be, and how great and magnificent their life is most of the time those people are absolutely miserable, and what's on their social media is just a bunch of bullshit. It's a phony non-truth. But people that are happy, that are content, that have a good relationship, that have plenty of love and validation through their normal relationships are not posting things on social media desperate for attention from other men. That's just a fact of life. And starting to date a girl who has all that kind of stuff and thinking that you're going to get her to stop doing all that and delete certain photos and pictures, it's like that's just stupid. You're trying to change the girl instead of seeing reality as it is and going, hey, this is more of a party girl or hookup girl until I find somebody who shares the same goals and values.
Well, I mean, obviously, he knew that's who she was before he started to see her like her. I guess that's what he liked about her.
Yeah, that's initially might have been what caught his attention
Yeah,
was
so
her
now he
Instagram
wants to
profile.
change it
And
because they're
now he wants to
together.
only have it to himself. Whereas, a good family oriented girl might have one bikini pic out of like dozens of other ones, and she's not constantly every day posting some kind of thirsty, post on there to get attention from men. She's just posting things for her friends and family to see, hey, we went to the beach, or hey, we did this weekend, or hey, we were shopping. Hey, here's my dinner with my parents or whatever, so the rest of the family can see it, or her nieces and nephews, whatever it happens to be. So it's like, what type of attention, what kind of social media does she have? Again, if it looks like the social media of a stripper or an OnlyFans girl, if you think you're gonna wife that up, it's like that's like Mr. White Knight, Captain Savaho, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna fix this girl. I got Corey's book. I'm gonna change her and turn her into a good, honorable woman." It's like that doesn't work. Eventually, she'll go back to the way she was, and then those guys get pissed off because she's still posting pictures or she's still giving out her number even though she has a relationship because she likes attention from other men. It's just family oriented girls, they just don't do those things. They respect the relationship. They respect the men in their life, including their fathers.